Hey guys, you're watching Python tutorials on my YouTube channel Python for Microscopists. Have you ever tried copying code online, like from GitHub maybe? If you're trying to say no, I don't think I believe you, because we all try to adapt code that someone has already written to our specific purposes. And that's exactly why I share my code, so I can help you save a lot of your time in not reinventing something that I've already done. Yeah. And obviously, when you are trying to copy the code, please check the licensing and all that. Obviously, don't infringe on any of these licenses, right? So you have to honor them. Now, the reason why I asked about copying someone else's code is oftentimes you copy this and all of a sudden you see 2 or 3 lines that you're not familiar with. And initially this happened to me. Like when I started learning machine learning, I saw one hot encoding. I'm like, what the heck is this? I copied this line and I'm like, okay, something's happening. And then I had to teach myself what it is. So this is one of those tutorials where I want to provide you with the right information based on my learnings here. So let's actually look at what is this one hot encoding and why is it oftenly used in machine learning. First of all, if you look at the text online, someone describing this, they say that one hot encoding is a process, yeah, by which your categorical variables are converted into a form that could be provided to your machine learning algorithms. Okay, to simplify this, in machine learning algorithms, when you're supplying, for example, the prediction values, right? Is it a male or a female? Is it like a cat, dog, whatever these? You cannot just provide them as cat and dogs and so on, right? So you have to convert them into some sort of integer values, and then those need to be structured in a proper way. Otherwise, especially for categorical labeling type of applications. So this type of encoding converts the data into the form that's acceptable into machine learning algorithms. And I'll show you 2-3 examples, but just to give you one more example, if you're not really convinced yet, let's say this is our table where we have our cities, and then there may be other columns, right? There may be, okay, the population in this city or whatever, how many coronavirus cases are there in each of these cities. So whatever that table is, but if you would like to include the city as part of your machine learning algorithm, then this is what we call numerical, let's say variable. So for San Francisco, I'm going to say the value is 1. For New York, the value is 3. Chicago, the value is 2. The categorical is basically rearranging that in a different way. So think of this almost like a pivot, plot, except obviously we're not pivoting and taking the same values. But if you look at data point number one, for San Francisco, the value is 1, which means for all the other cities, the value is 0. So in a given column, first of all, there is only ones and zeros. And wherever there is a San Francisco represented, there is 1, and which means by default, the other values are going to be 0. Okay, so this is the matrix that can go into your machine learning algorithms. In fact, in my previous tutorial, or the last couple of tutorials on deep learning, I did use this 2 categorical, and I almost talked about it, but I saved it for this tutorial. Okay, now so let's actually jump into the code so I can demonstrate this to you in a couple of ways. First of all, again, as usual, I've written some lines of code to save your time. So let's go ahead and zoom in a bit more so it's easy for you to see. Okay, so what am I doing here? So I'm taking the same example, okay? For San Francisco, I'm going to call it as 1, Chicago 2, and New York 3. So on a separate piece of paper, you're going to write this, and now here is my data. So for example, I have my X data as age, and my age is, let's say, 55, 45, some numbers. And then my city is, okay, for that person, where that person's location is, okay, so these 2 people are from San Francisco, this person is from New York, and this person is from Chicago, and so on. So in this example, I've already converted this text into numerical variables. These are numerical variables. So if I run this code up to this point, okay, you would see that your X, which is the age, is integers, and then my city is a string right there, and then the values are 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. And why is it a string? That's because I put these quotations on it. Okay, you can remove the quotations and make it integer, and still it would be a numerical variable. Now, keep an eye. Let's actually convert the city values into categorical variables by using toCategorical from keras.utils. And by the way, this type of functionality is also available in NumPy. You can use that. It's also available in scikit-learn. You can use it. It's available at many places. Because for deep learning applications, I'm going to use Keras anyway. I tend to use the toCategorical that's available as part of keras.util. Okay. So now what happens when we run these 2 lines of code? So there you go. And now let's have a look at our Y right there. You see how it's saying 1, 2, and 3 columns, and then actually putting these ones. This is a reflection of what I just showed you as part of this PowerPoint presentation. Okay. Now, for the most part, I prefer not to have a separate piece of paper or code where I need to go back and say, oh, my San Francisco is 1 and 2 and 3. It would be nice to actually convert that. And it's not, it's slightly tricky. It's not straightforward, but slightly tricky. So let me copy the next lines of code to talk about that part. So let's erase all of this code to focus on one aspect at a time. Okay. So now instead of my city as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I'm spelling out my my city names, San Francisco here. So this part is nothing new. All the way from here to here is nothing new. Okay, so let's go ahead and run these lines. Everything is fine. And in fact, let's remove the variables because I hate to see all the ones from before. Okay, so there you go. We have our stuff, and just let's do what we have done before. Let's actually run Keras, import the categorical, so it should work very fine. Now, if you do exactly the same, try to convert this to one hot encoded data. By the way, it's called one hot encoded because in a given row here, there is only one hot or value equals to 1. Everything else is 0. Yeah, so that's why it's called one hot. Okay. So now let's try to run this y equals to toCategorical city. And if I run this, it should come back and say invalid literal for int with base 10 San Francisco. What that means is it's apparently expecting an integer, but San Francisco is not an integer, so you cannot do that. So what is this trick that I'm talking about? It's not basically a trick. We can convert the city or the text here into a label. Okay, and then create a vector out of it and then encode the vector. Sounds like a long process, but it's pretty intuitive actually. Okay, first let's encode the target labels, yeah, to values between 0 through how many ever we have. In this example, we have 3 cities, right? So the values would be 0, 1, 2. Okay, so how do you do that? As part of scikit-learn pre-processing, there is a library or sub-library called label encoder. All we need to do is instantiate that, meaning you create like an object out of it, and I called it label encoder. Okay, and then from label encoder, I'm going to call fit transform and then transform the city that's up here. Practice this a couple of times if you think this is convincing on a couple of data sets, but this should be pretty straightforward. So now let me actually go ahead and run these lines, and now you can actually see my vector here. Let me open it. Is now 2, 2 for San Francisco. Apparently it assigned a value of 2 for San Francisco, 0 for Chicago, and 1 for New York. Okay, so that's what these values are here. But this is still not one hot encoded. This is still a vector. This is almost like having a NumPy array like we had earlier. So once you convert that to toCategorical, let's run that. Now you have your Y here. Now you can see 0 is your Chicago, I believe, right? And 1 is your New York, and 2 is your San Francisco. And these are all one hot encoded. Again, in a given row, there is only one value with a value of 1. Everything else is zeros because, and again, this is because, think about this. Now, if you're asking a question of about, is this pixel or is that value San Francisco or not? So this is almost like a binary problem now. Is it San Francisco or is it not San Francisco? Okay. So anyway, so that's what one-hot encoding is. And now let me just finish this off by using an example I've used in a couple of my tutorials, especially in the last 2-3 tutorials, which is just creating these blobs. And then this is exactly where I used one-hot encoding, yeah, while I was using this example. So here what we are trying to do is, again, let's go ahead and clear the space over there. We are trying to use make blobs that's available as part of scikit-learn's datasets and create 1,000 different blobs. So let's go ahead and create these blobs. And you will see that your x and y, your x is 1000 by 2 right there, and your y is 1000 data points, and your y is again values of 2, 0, and 1. Okay, because we have 3 classes here, 0, 1, and 2. That's exactly what we are trying to do here, okay, with 3 classes. You can plot them again because we like to see things in a visual way. So there you go. And this is the plot that we have, the data set that we have. Now let's actually convert this to 2 categorical. Apparently I do not have 2 categorical there. So let's go ahead and copy that library right here and run these lines. Okay. Okay, there you go. And now our y looks somewhat like this. Okay, for class number 0 and class number 1 and class number 2, at each pixel or data point or data, for each row, this represents to, value of 2, 2, 2, and then 0, and then 1, and so on. So that's exactly pretty much what we had earlier. Okay, before you did one-hot encoding. Let's actually do that. So you see how we have 2, 2, 2, 0, 1. All we are doing is just changing that to one-hot encoded, so this can go into our machine learning algorithm. Okay, I hope you found this to be useful and informative. If you already knew this topic, fine. And if you think some additional material can be added to this, please add it to the comments so other people can benefit from your knowledge. Again, what good is knowledge if you don't share it with others, right? So thank you very much, and please subscribe to this channel if you like this content, and if you want to get notifications about future content that looks that's beneficial to you. Okay, thank you very much, and let's again meet in the next tutorial.